Last year, Frederique Constant had the highest number of appointments at Watches and Wonders. What is happening this year in terms of your location and in terms of maybe other details you can tell me about the time of Frederique Constant at Watches and Wonders?
So last year we had 900 appointments, and this year we aim to do 1,000 on the same location. So it's going to be very squeezy to get all the appointments and all the people in the same time at the same space. But we are very excited.
I spoke to someone at Frederique Constant and they mentioned that there was a possibility that you would be upgraded to a bigger location.
So they offered a new hall, opening hall, but the brands that were confirming to join there was for me not the reason to already move. Because we are in the center now, although we have 200 square meters, we are in the center of where things are happening, and I feel more comfortable to stay there and not to move yet. For the next few years we're going to look at the bigger space, because we have been growing outside the skin, and it's really fighting to get a spot with your customers to sit. And the last thing you want is that your sales team is fighting. So we are trying to find an arrangement now to settle it for 1 year, and then as of next year we're going to move to a bigger potential space.
How did Frederique Constant get into Watches and Wonders?
That was a big thing. So it was a big fight to come in. We wanted to have a serious space, and finally Mr. Dufour, the CEO of Rolex, had a meeting with him after a call, and he helped me to really organize 200 square meters. And he was pleased to and so gentle to invite me for a discussion. And he helped me to really organize 200 square meters at the Watches and Wonders show to exhibit the brands Frederique Constant and Alpina. And he told me also, listen, that's a fantastic spot. It's very entrepreneurial. It's not a big maison, but he said it's very nice to be on that spot because it looks very entrepreneurial. It looks crowded. People like that. And I really would advise you to do that. I think overall Rolex is always motivating the Swiss industry. We are from Geneva, that might help, but Mr. Dufour is really pro-industry. So, and he is now the chairman of the Watches and Wonders show. What of course his role is to make it bigger, attractiver, have more consumer coming in, so more lively.
Can you give me a reason why should I go and look at what Frederique Constant is offering in terms of tourbillon and perpetual calendar?
Pure watchmaking. So it's in-house development that we are doing. We do it in an industrial way. That means we don't go into very difficult corners and multiply the components we are using. We're using the minimum components to have the efficiency, but also the reliability of the movement. And with that we are able to offer it for a very accessible price and a unique price. Actually an extreme competitive price. A perpetual calendar as of €8,000 and a tourbillon as of €14,500. It's hardly existing in the industry for that price.
I understand that Frederique Constant has sold quite a number of tourbillons.
We sold, yeah, that's quite unique. We sold like 700 tourbillons last year in the Watches and Wonders. And then of course you have to deliver, but that 700 number is almost one of the biggest one in the Swiss industry. So there's no brand who is doing more quantities that I know in a tourbillon caliber than we have been doing.
Tell me about how the High Life has been received by the market.
Very good. So it has been for us a mission to go from very classical looking watch to a bit more sport chic. We wanted to keep the existing customer, but we also wanted to attract a new customer. And with that, since now we have been operating with that specific line 35% of the business. So if we didn't have that collection, it would have been difficult to grow.
Tell me about the monolithic. It's been a bit quiet for me, so what's been going on?
It has been quiet because we are not there with the industrialization. So it's really following carefully. We do 40 to 60 pieces maximum per month with a team of 4 to 5 people non-stop. And that's hard work. We are delivering all the watches. After that, when that's done, we are really looking into 25 to really launch something new and fresh again. But for now, we're happy to follow up.
Now, when I think about it, surprises me is that Frederique Constant is 35 years old. Tell me about what you think Frederique Constant as a brand has achieved that is important.
Yeah, so we celebrate 35th years anniversary, but we celebrate actually the achievement we have been doing, because we have been done 31 in-house movements in 35 years. And I think that's something much more unique that we would like to scream to everybody, that what we have been achieving with that. And we celebrated in Geneva Watch Days with a new caliber introduction of the Power Reserve Moonphase Big Date.
Tell me what we can expect for this year's Watches and Wonders 2024 from Frederique Constant.
Yeah, so last year we have been launching the Tourbillon, a new caliber Big Date. And this year we go to entry price manufacture, entry price €3,000, with a 72-hour power reserve in a complete redesigned case and dial. So, sneak peek.